This Indian company is going to change the future of shopping, and you have probably never even heard of it. It all started a few days back when I woke up to an image on my mobile lock screen. It was of me wearing a jacket I had never bought. But very interestingly, that's not the weird part. The jacket looks so good on me, I bought it on impulse without even thinking twice. For a moment, I thought I had been tricked. I asked myself, if this lock screen can make me buy something that I didn't know I wanted, what else is it going to change? So I kept digging, trying to understand what's really happening with this commerce and AI. And for the next 15 days, I read every article, watched multiple podcasts, went through research papers, spoke to people who are building this future. And in this video, I'm going to show you how this new space is being shaped, how an Indian company is leading the charge on this revolution, and how you can build India's next unicorn in this space. So let's get started.
We are now part of the 01 network, which allows us to bring interesting stories like this.
So to understand how AI will transform your shopping experience, you first have to understand that not all purchases that you make in your life are the same. Some are made on the blink of a moment, while others require months of research. Remember that car purchase? So the question comes, which ones will AI disrupt first? So we can categorize all these purchases that you and I make into 5 categories. First is impulse buying. These are the things that you buy without thinking too much. For example, buying that pack of gum or that chocolate when we are standing at the billing counter, or adding that extra item in your cart when shopping online, just because you want to spare that delivery charge. The nature of an impulse buy doesn't require you to do research in advance or consult with an expert. So there is limited opportunity for AI to play here. Second is routine essentials. Think about groceries, dog food, or cleaning supplies. You might do a little bit of research the first time you buy them, but it's more likely that you're going to grab something that's convenient and feels reasonable. You probably already have brands that you know and love when it comes to everyday items. So an AI research agent won't be particularly helpful unless you're adding like a new item to your routine. Third is the lifestyle purchase. Think about nice skincare, a fancy bag, or home decor. These are the things that you don't need, but you want. You likely do some research before buying, maybe going online, reading reviews, checking out Reddit. Now, this is the category where most disruption will happen by AI. Remember my earlier experience of buying that jacket without realizing that I didn't really need it. The whole purchasing cycle will change from me searching to me just discovering. To put it in a simpler words, earlier it was like, I want a black jacket, I search for it, I buy it. But now it's changing to, hey, look how good this black jacket looks on you. We will talk more about this, by the way, in this video, and how the possibilities are not just jackets, but a lot more. And the remaining 2 categories are functional and life purchases. These are the purchases that you will do once in a while, like buying your first car, or more significant decisions like spending on your wedding or planning that MBA abroad. AI consultants can help you with deep research about every single bit of this, and they can make your decision making better. Okay, fair enough. We have covered all the 5 categories. I'm going to go back to the 3rd category, which is interesting. This is the lifestyle purchase category. The reason why I'm going to go back and spend more time on this category is that majority of the opportunities exist here. You see, according to this report by Forbes, the lifestyle and fashion AI market is growing at 40% every year, and it is projected to get to $60 billion by 2034. The fastest growth rate among all e-commerce categories. The AI-based personalized stylist market alone will grow from 120 million in 2024 to over $3 billion by 2034. And you know, the very first time I heard about AI disrupting commerce was actually at one of the GrowthX events. See, events are a great way to meet exceptional people, and this is why today we are launching the GrowthX Host Club. We all know networking events feel horrible. They have thousands of people stuffed in a room, they feel awkward, and somebody is trying to sell you all the time before even saying hi. You go to them because you feel like you should be networking, but all you leave with are business cards. Forget true connections or bonds. At GrowthX, we do the exact opposite of this. We realized people don't want to meet 500 people at an event, they want to leave with 5 deep connections, which is why Our events are designed to be small, curated, and hosted by exceptionally ambitious people. But here's the best part. Till now, our events were only accessible to GrowthX members. But starting today, even if you are not a GrowthX member, you can request access to select events. So head to the link in the description and check out all the major events being announced by our members across cities in India. And maybe I'll see you inside. And you remember that jacket I told you about earlier? That is not the thing of the future, but something that is actually happening daily with not just me, but thousands of others. You see, it was this Indian AI company that did this. It is called Glance AI. Their first genius move? They don't wait for user intent. They create it. You don't type black jacket into a search bar. You see yourself wearing one right on your mobile lock screen. You go download their app, you upload an image of yours, and voila, you see yourself in clothes you never thought you could pull off. Think about this for a second. The traditional shopping journey is absolutely broken. You discover something, then you research about it, then you try on, and then you make the purchase. That's 4 steps, with friction at every single point. Glance collapses all of this into one AI-generated image. No browsing, no scrolling, just pure self-triggered desire. This is what I call identity-first commerce. You're not searching for products, you're being styled. AI is filling the gap between who you are and who you can be. Instead of asking, what should I buy? You're asking, which version of me do I want to become? That psychological shift is everything. Because once you see yourself in something, the decision is already made. The purchase becomes inevitable. Now here's why this app is not just another AI shopping app. Because Glance owns the surface where attention starts. Now Amazon waits for you to open Amazon app. Google waits for you to search. Shopify waits for you to visit a store. Glance lives before intent even begins. Your mobile lock screen is the most viewed surface on your phone, and Glance has turned this prime real estate into a shopping experience. But it's just not your phones, it's your smart TVs, car dashboard, and a lot more surfaces. They are building what I call the pre-intent infrastructure. This is why Google should be terrified, because Glance isn't competing on Google search traffic. They are making search traffic irrelevant. When you see yourself wearing the perfect jacket before even you think that I need this jacket, why do you need to search on Google? Now don't compare Glance to most AI commerce tools, because most tools are just upgraded search boxes. When you ask a ChatGPT or a Perplexity for product recommendations, brands become commodities because they are just a text in a list. But in Glance world, brands don't show up in search results, they dress your avatar. So brands become your vibe. And that's very, very critical, especially when it comes to lifestyle products. Now, Nike, for example, is not just selling about shoes. They are selling the version of you that works out every morning. Zara isn't selling clothes. They are selling the version of you that's confident and stylish. This is genius. Because while everyone else is fighting to build a better chatbot, Glance is building the emotional layer that other chatbots can't replicate. And you know, it requires a team of exceptional minds who shape the future like this. Let me zoom out and show you why this matters beyond just one company. We are witnessing the death of search-based commerce. For last 25 years, the internet has worked the same way. You want something, you search for it, you compare options, and you buy. Glance represents a fundamental shift to inspiration-based commerce. Instead of fulfilling existing desires, AI creates new desires. This changes everything. For consumers, shopping becomes effortless and personalized. For brands, marketing becomes all about identity, not features. For Google, I'm sorry, but their entire business model is getting disrupted. And we are just at the beginning. Glance is focused on fashion and lifestyle. But imagine this technology spreading to home improvement. For example, you can see yourself redesigning living rooms, or automobile. You can see yourself driving that dream car. And there are a lot more use cases that you can go after. The total addressable market isn't just e-commerce. It's every purchase decision all of us are making. Honestly, it all started with a jacket that I bought. And This has turned into a glimpse of how AI is going to reshape everything we buy. If you're building in AI, this is the real opportunity. Not just answering questions better, but showing people who they could become. The companies that win won't be the one with the smartest algorithm. They'll be the ones that understand human psychology and use AI to create desire, not just fulfill it. Google, for the last 25 years, built an empire by organizing the world's information. Glance is building the next empire by organizing world's aspirations. And if you're building in this space, now is the time. Not to catch up with what everyone else is doing, but to define the category. Because in the next 5 years, we will look back at search-based shopping the same way we look at phone books today. Make sure you are on the right side of that transformation. And I'll see you in the next one.